Now I just have to make sure that it actually detects the game. There we go. So... I'm actually going to turn my volume down just a little bit, because this is kind of loud. At least on my end. There we go. First Super Mario game without a super mushroom, maybe. Well, they did technically fix that in the DS port of this game.
Come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly.
And they also added a lot of
That's
other
toadstool.
really strange power-ups too, like they added like a balloon Mario, I think, if I remember correctly. See, like, for the longest time, I didn't actually own a copy of this game. Like, whenever I moved from my grandparents' house to my parents' house, my aunt kept the N64, so I never was able to play this game up until I got Super Mario 64 DS in 2009? No, it would have been 2008. So I never got the chance to play this until I got the DS port, which is, a lot of people, say that the DS port, while it has a lot of cool stuff in it, is, the controls just make it really difficult to play. No. Audio just a little more? Okay. Blue Mario's in Mario World. Yeah, like, I'm trying... It's been a long time since I played the DS version, so I'm not entirely sure what else was in that version, because the way that they separated it was that each character, like Wario, Luigi, and Yoshi, would have a different power-up for their hat, so Mario didn't get every single one. So I think Mario's was just the wing cap, and then Wario's was metal Wario. Oh jeez, it's been so long since I've actually like played this for real. Like, I've had this for a long time, but I think the last time I legitimately played this would have been probably 2016 maybe, and that was with my brother because we were just like knocking out like all these N64 games that we had never completed. So might have had a balloon too. Yeah, like I know that new Mario game, Super Mario Bros. Wonder or whatever, like some of the power-ups in that are pretty interesting. Because like I felt for a while like the series had kind of been stagnated because they kept trying to repeat New Super Mario Bros. Am I glad to see you, the princess and I, and well, everybody, we're all trapped inside the castle walls. Bowser has stolen the castle stars, and he's using their power to create his own world in the paintings and walls. Please recover the power stars. As you find them, you can use their power to open the doors to Bowser is sealed. They're yes. Like, this is the whole reason I didn't read the text logs in Dead Space. Yeah, may as well just go back home and pretend this never happened. And hi, Tasty, welcome. So, yeah, like, just a little while ago, when I streamed VR chat, I was actually in this world, like, physically. So, like, it's coming full circle. I'm going into... Oh, no, advertisements, no. I shall wait until the ads are done. See if I can get this Goomba with this. Hey! So the question is, should I just go straight for King Bob-omb, or should I just get the 100 coins first? Okay, welcome back. I was just gonna say, it's kind of cool, because, like, the other day, whenever I streamed this in VR chat, like, I was showing you me physically in the game world in real scale, and now I'm actually playing the game. That's not gonna end well. Yeah, like, see, the thing with Mario 64 is that, like, there's an expectation of, like, understanding, like, all these glitches and stuff, like the backwards long jump and stuff. I can't do those. Like, I've tried, like, I mean, I've attempted them before and I was able to get, like, maybe 1 or 2 successfully, but I just can't do a lot of these exploits that a lot of the speedrunning community does. And I think that's okay. Like, I just prefer to play the game as it is and appreciate it as it is. Remember, Eno, the power is yours! The choices are yours and yours alone. Yeah, but since I'm also playing this at a higher resolution, you can definitely see, like, the culling and, like, the low poly models when it goes further off into the distance. But I don't know, like, this is just a really, like, relaxing game to play for me. Like, it was probably my favorite game as a kid. Like, this and Star Fox 64 were my favorites. Yeah, what's your request? If it involves ducks, remember, I'm watching you. When you reach King Bob-omb, you gotta say, "Somebody set us up the bomb for great justice! All your base are belong to us." Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go straight for King Bob-omb, because there's a lot of other stars that I can get, and I'm not really constrained by this one level. How did I miss that? Well, to be fair, I'm also playing this on Xbox controller. I was not going to hook up my shitty, like, USB N64 controller to play this. Because while it is cool to have, like, the actual controller to play the game as it was intended to, it's just, I've never really gotten over how terrible the joystick on the N64 could be. Like, most of the time it was good, but, like, I don't know, like, those joysticks are so fragile, like, just playing something like this for an extended period of time will just wear it out. Improper grammar for the win. Well, the English language itself is still kind of weird, like, having 3 different versions of there. Different pronunciations for the word the. Like, people say, you know, I say tomato, you say tomato, or I say potato, you say potato. It's like, I have never heard somebody call potato a potato, and I've never heard somebody call tomato a tomato. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna get some tomato ketchup. It's like, yes, the tomato sauce. I would like my cheeseburger with extra tomatoes, please. You may have eluded my guards, but you'll never escape my grasp, and you'll never take away my power star. I hereby challenge you, Mario. If you want the star I hold, you must prove yourself in battle. You see, the thing is, in this instance, somebody set us up the bomb! I said the line, are you happy now? Yeah, see, when I was a kid, one of the things I'd always love to do is, like, try to get him as... Thank you. One of the things I'd always love to do is try to get King Bob-omb all the way down the mountain. I was never able to actually do it, but, like, you can get him all the way down if you try hard enough. I mean, I'm not gonna do that, but... I mean, it is something that I always wanted to do as a kid, but just, never actually found the time. Well, I never actually was able to get him all the way down, because I got bored. See, at least he's not, like, mindless like a lot of Bowser's other minions. Like, he actually has a sense of honor. It's like, you know, he actually gives you the star. He doesn't, like, say, "Oh, well, you'll get it from me next time, Mario." No, he's actually, like, honorable, which is rare to see in, like, mustache-twirling villains. There, within the first 13 minutes, I got a star. I think I might as well just, like, go through the levels here. Yeah, see, like, How many of you in chat remember the Got Milk commercials? Because there was that Got Milk commercial that had Mario 64 in it. And that just always got me more excited to play the game. Like, I would say that when I was young that this was probably the game that I launched the most. And it was my favorite as a kid, but now as an adult, it's Star Fox 64, obviously, but when I was a kid, like, Mario 64 was my all-time favorite to play, just because it was just easy to pick up and play. I didn't have to worry about all this additional setup. I could just go through the levels if I wanted to, and that was a big thing for me, is like picking up the game and playing it, not having to worry about anything. So I got stuck for a while, but then I just played through the same levels over and over again. I remember those commercials, but I've never seen the Mario one. Yeah, so if I show you the Mario one, you might recognize it. It's pretty iconic, but even if you don't, like, like, I don't remember exactly what stations they played it on. I remember seeing it on Nick Gas specifically, because Nick Gas was a really weird television station. Like, they played a lot of old, like, Nickelodeon game shows and stuff. But they would also play a lot of old commercials and stuff too. Like, they were perpetually stuck in like the late 90s. Until about 2007 or 2008 when they stopped broadcast, but... But see, a reason that I got stuck on this game for so long as a kid is that I never knew how to do the long jump. Like, I didn't know that Mario even had a long jump for the longest time, so I was stuck on it for years. Even when I was young, I always preferred the SNES over the N64. I just never got into it. Never got as into the N64, which is completely fair. Like, the N64, I would say, was definitely, like, it was still kind of in the prototype phase. Like, it was... 3D was there, but it wasn't quite to the level that we wanted it to be. See, that's awesome. Because, like, when you compare Mario 64 to a lot of the stuff now, like, it's... in a lot... just N64 games in general, like, you compare them to modern 3D games, there's, like... It's very primitive. And see, like, I really wish that I could have gotten into the SNES era when it was still around. Like... I was born in 96, so the game came out the year I was born, so, like, if you're curious about how old I am as old as the N64, and specifically Mario 64's United States release. So I played this game when I was very, very young. It was probably the first console game I ever played, now that I think about it, because it was just so simple to pick up and play. Like, even like a 3-4-year-old like me at the time could have easily played it. Sorry, I'm gonna steal your shell, even though that's not how turtles work. Wait, which one? Oh, shoot to the island in the sky. Oh, I forgot to get the cannon open. Well, that's my fault. Oh, hi Pete, welcome to the stream. Oh, how are you doing? I mainly grew up with PS1 only, so never played the N64. Or you only ever played it in the hotel rooms. Yeah, like, it was the LodgeNet controllers, right? Like the ones where you'd pay, like, a certain fee and then you could play that game for a certain amount of time. I completely forgot to go open the freaking thing. But that's okay, I can just actually salvage this and just go do Chain Chomp, which is just right over here. Ooh, that was close. Oh, come on, seriously? Oh, you gotta love N64 camera angles. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Come on. Here, I'll just, like, change it from this direction. I'm gonna get hit again now! There we go. Hi, Trends! Welcome to the stream. And hi, Dio! Yeah, like I said, like, unless it was like Star Fox 64 where it was like just more of a rail shooter, like where it was just like one direction. Yeah, like, it was definitely really an experimental phase. Like, it wasn't quite there, but like, the technology was just so interesting. I got the mom jeans, hey. But the technology was just so interesting and just so new that so many developers just wanted to try it out, and I think, like, I really feel that if Nintendo really took the time and just, like, remade or remastered this game with the modern Mario style, people would really appreciate it. And, you know, Mario All-Stars is cool, but it's just, like, it wasn't what a lot of people wanted. Like, I do like that Mario Galaxy is on there, but I just didn't understand why Mario Galaxy 2 wasn't on that. Yes, thank you for opening cannons. I'm making cosplay the cool mom that knows video games. Aw, thank you. I really appreciate that. See, this is actually my mother's favorite video game, though. So I guess technically it's true in both ways. Because I think it was for Christmas of 2020, I actually went out and bought my mom a Nintendo Switch with the Mario All-Stars collection and the Spyro Reignited trilogy, because those were her two favorite, her favorite games were the Spyro games, and also Mario 64 and Sunshine. Now give us thighs or we riot. Well, I mean, even if I lifted up my model, you'd just see, like, my body cut off, because that's where the program's camera is. Okay, just a little bit there. Hey, made it.
Here we go!
F word. What F word are you referring to? Fart? Fuck? Yeah, I tell you what though, like I said, even if the camera is just shit, but that's just Mario 64 and a lot of N64 games, playing it with the Xbox Series X controller is actually fairly nice. Like, it's not as terrible as I thought it was gonna be. But, like, instinctively, because it's a 3D title, I, like, use the joystick, and I attempt to move the camera around, but it's always stuck in one position. Okay, so since we've got a fairly good turnout right now, I think it's okay for me to make this announcement. Well, after I steal this Koopa's literal skin. So, I took to Twitter, and I managed to get a hold of another voice actor who would be interested in doing another interview. I got a hold of Estelle Ellis. May have mispronounced her name, but I'll get it eventually. The voice actress for Crystal from Star Fox Adventures, the game that I played earlier this year. She seems really super sweet and, like, really willing to talk to fans, so it was fairly easy to get a hold of her, and I'm just kind of working out the details with her and figuring out what time to set it up. And she uses Discord, so it'll be a bit easier this time. Yeah, not like the OG actress, like from Star Fox Adventures, not Assault, but yes, oh my god, her. Yeah, she's gonna be on the stream, and I'm gonna try to interview her from a VR chat world again. because I think I've worked out all the issues that I had last time. I think the problem that I had last time was, in my haste, whenever I set everything up, I was not paying attention to how certain things were set up. So hopefully, this time around I'll have more preparation time. Because the reason why, when I was interviewing Jeff Steitzer, why things were so, like, disorganized is because he actually, we messed up the time, so, he had messaged me at 9 o'clock, because I had set my alarm for 9 o'clock, because I was planning to, like, take the entire hour to set up, but he had messaged me an hour early, and there was a time confusion thing, so that's why things were so hectic whenever I did that. Yeah, she also voiced Crystal in a Half-Life 2 mod, that replaces Alex. Super, like, very open to talking with her fans, like, she's really embraced, like, Crystal as a character, and I think that's really awesome to hear. Because you just, like, see a lot of people, like, for example, Stephen Auk. You know, I respect the guy, he's a very phenomenal actor, like, I really loved his performance in The Walking Dead, but, he doesn't really like to talk about Trevor really much anymore, and that's understandable, like, in some instances you don't want to be known for one role. If you're a multi-talented actor, you don't want to be known for just one role. But, you know, she seems to have really embraced the role of Crystal, and she sees how much fans appreciate it, so I really want to bring her onto the show and just discuss it, and, you know? And especially because Cranberry, like, you're a huge Star Fox fan, so I'd really love to, bring somebody from that beloved series onto the stream, because I love Star Fox, you love Star Fox, and a lot of, everyone in the chat, like, you know, the ones that I see anyway, at least caught some of the Star Fox Adventures stream. And yeah, Blaze, like, I messaged you about it earlier, but you didn't respond to me, you nerd. Okay, so I got... I think that was 6 red coins, so I think there's one below this fence area here, and then there's another one over there. Okay, just one more, and that's on the hill. Yeah, Star Fox Adventures was before you found me, because I played that, and then I did Star Fox Assault as one concurrent stream. And then I did Star Fox 64, which was the one that you found me on. Because I did, like, Star Fox Adventures and Star Fox 64 all in one stream. But yeah, I played the entirety of Star Fox Adventures, and it was probably one of my favorite streams I've done so far, just because it was just a great nostalgia trip. It was nice to be able to talk to people about it and just have fun with it. And, like, it's... I'll admit, chat, like, I definitely give off, like, that confident persona when I do those interviews, but, like, I'll tell you what, I get super nervous. Like, I'm able to hide it really well and keep my composure, but, like, I will say that doing those interviews, like, I definitely get a little nervous, but, like, that's just the nature of, like, talking with somebody that was so important to, like, your childhood and stuff, like, especially for, like, Jeff. And part of the reason Steven doesn't like to talk about Trevor is because he's a psychopath. Yeah, and that's understandable. Like, it's kind of like if you play, like, I would imagine it's the same way for people who've played, like, murderer characters in TV shows and, like, movies and stuff. Mario winks this guy. Well, I can't actually do this one because I don't have the wing cap. I mean, I probably could, but I'm just gonna go for the 100 coins. Well, I guess I can't do that either because I don't have the wing cap. Oh, and it's not letting me reset either? Okay, there we go. So I'll go to Womp's Fortress. Yeah, like, I saw that you were on Do Not Disturb, so I assumed that you were online, but, like, I messaged you, like, periodically throughout the day, Blaze, and I'm like, Blazing, this is good news! Why are you not responding? But it's okay. Like, welcome to the land of the living, Blaze. Well, technically not the land of the living because I'm a spirit, but, I guess chat would be the land of the living. usually sleep during the day. Yeah, I would say that I've always been a night owl. Like, when I was in college, like, I would end up staying up all night, like, almost every night. Because, I think the thing about nighttime is if you're in, like, a more peaceful location, not necessarily an urban one, because, when I was in college, it was fairly, like, it was a small town, so it wasn't, like, super urbanized. So I really liked just going out and just enjoying the cool breeze and just enjoying the peace, because not really anybody's awake at that time. You can just kind of observe. It's the same thing with, like, whenever it's snowing outside and, like, there's a lot of snow on the ground and nobody's driving. It's that same feeling. It's peaceful. Like, it's not as busy. I remember when I played this on VR chat, like, I struggled to kill that one piranha plant. Ironically, when I was a kid, I was super strict about going to bed on time. Definitely not the case now, right? Like, usually, like, when I was in high school and middle school, my bedtime was, like, 10 o'clock. Like, I'd go to bed at, like, 10:30. See, that was flawless, but then when I tried it in virtual reality, it took me, like, 50 tries. Wish I could fix my sleep schedule, but 15 years of hell broke that. Yeah, like, I don't have a sleep schedule is my problem. I just kind of sleep whenever I get tired. I mean, not that I don't, like, try to get 8 hours of sleep, like, because I do, but... But, like, oh, failed. Look at that plant, now copy it. Yeah, like, the piranha plant is the ideal sleeping situation. Though while I don't like to get into my own medical stuff, like, I don't like to talk about that sort of thing, I have obstructive sleep apnea, so, I get really fatigued during the day because, like, basically what happens with that is that you stop breathing during the night. So I have to sleep with a CPAP. So that keeps my airway open, but it doesn't always work the way it's intended. It doesn't stop it completely. So that causes a lot of fatigue because, like, I don't want to call it, like, it's not micro sleeping, it's like micro waking up. Like, I'll wake up, like, but not fully because of that. So that prevents me from getting a full night's rest because I'm not sleeping throughout the entire night. That's one of the only exploits I know how to do in this game. It's like if you get your jump just right, you can just fuck him like that. Just be all eepy and chillin' until some Italian dude comes about yelling, so you bite him and you go back to sleep. Yeah, to be honest, like, I don't blame the piranha plants for being cranky, because... I mean, let's be honest, like, would you be happy if, like, some Italian plumber came and woke you up when you're just trying to sleep and then punches you?
Here we go!
Yeah, see, like, I'm going through this relatively quickly for my speed standards, but, like, when I was a kid, like, a lot of these levels, like, some of these stars took me, like, days or even weeks to accomplish, because at the time, like, I didn't know that walkthroughs were a thing. Like, there were occasions that I would see, like, Nintendo Power, like, other magazines, like Game Pro, Game Informer, and stuff like that, where I would see, like, how to do certain things, but, like, for the most part, I didn't know walkthroughs were a thing, so a lot of these stars that I was stuck on, I didn't know how to do. Because the first game that I ever looked up a walkthrough for was Wind Waker, and that was around 2003, 2004? Let's see, what is this one? To the Top of the Fortress, okay. Dude, a friend had so many Club Nintendo magazines back in my school days. I still have the Mario 64 Player's Guide to this day. I knew so many secrets for games that I didn't own. Well, I remember when I was in middle school, I had like it was like those cheat books, like those books that had like cheat codes and like exploits and walkthroughs. I had some of those when I was a kid. Because like at book fairs, surprisingly, like the Scholastic Book Fair, they would have those books and things like that. Like I remember how cool I thought it was that I had the RuneScape official handbook, because I just loved RuneScape when I was a kid. Back in because I had that, and then I had a couple cheat books and numerous game informing magazines.
Here we go!
Actually, every once in a while, I help someone on stream with one of my player's guides if they're stuck in a retro game and I hadn't memorized the answer. See, that's what's cool, and that's why I always advocate for, like, physical media, because, say, for example, if you have, like, a hardware issue, then you could potentially lose some games if the company or the hardware doesn't, like, transfer over data like that. Or, like, for example, if the services, like, that's why I'm not really a big fan of online-only games, because when those servers go down, so does the game, and the only way to fix that is, like, for fans who get the files of that and host their own servers. In the days of the early internet, down here you had your best friend for games. True... Oh, okay. I went to supercheats.com. Like, that was my go-to. Like, I would go there and I'd print off cheat codes. Let's see. Over there. So I'm actually... I think I'm going the right way. Howdy, you know. Hey, Kit, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a bit. How's it going? Unfortunately, physical players' guides are all but extinct these days, and even the ones that do come out are hard to use because so many games get updates or changes that physical guides are quickly out of date. Physical Ultimate Smash Bros. Guide, but it's missing half the characters. Yeah. And especially, like, some that they change, like, the quests and stuff. Like, say if it's a Bethesda game or something, and they just change how it functions completely. It becomes pretty complicated. Oh! Hi, Sarah! Welcome, welcome! How you doing? I hope the hospital visit went well. Oh, that was not good. Yeah, I had an appointment this morning, too. Let's try this again. I always hated this one, because you have to get, like, the precise angle! Ugh, made it, but... Going okay, Dark Horses, anthologized, creepy and eerie magazines, old pulp magazines from the 60s, and going through those. Nice! The nostalgia of the cheats and exploits, it was fantastic, just the idea. Surgery prep. Ooh. Thank goodness for ridiculously big hitboxes.
Here we go!
I should say they anthologized them a long time ago, but I've only recently stumbled upon them. See, like, I really like it whenever they do stuff like that. That, and also whenever they, like, put collections together of, like, a bunch of comics and stuff. Because, like, for example, like, Calvin and Hobbes. Like, I loved Calvin and Hobbes when I was younger. But the problem is that, like, a lot of the, like, since they were all, like, separated through, like, news clippings and stuff, I had the only way that I could read them was through these compilation books that were made. Because, like, Bill Watterson, I believe, is the name of the author, there would be, like, these compilation books that would come out that would have all of the comics in one place. which is great because like I don't have to hunt them down; they're in chronological order. Let's see. I have one of the compilation books of Calvin and Hobbes. I have 2, I think, but they are put away. It's one of the artists. Wally Wood is an artist I follow a lot. He's a major artist for the C50s versions. Oh, nice! Great. Creating the suit for Daredevil. I'm doing these like completely out of order because like I get so distracted, but then I remember it's like, oh, I could do this star. Which, by the way, this star took me forever to figure out because it just doesn't really spell it out for you. It's like blast the wall. It's like, what am I supposed to do? But then you just do that. Well, I guess it won't let me do it because I'm not on that specific course. No, it's right there. Huh. Gotta get some help, though, because if I miss that shot, I'm dead. I also have Garfield, his 9 lives, which is fucked up. That start, I'm pretty sure, is one I found through the player's guide. Yeah, I have the player's guide for Star Fox 64. That's part of my Star Fox collection, but it's in one of my drawers currently, just because I don't have anywhere to put it on my shelf next to my other Star Fox merchandise. Oh, just shy. Yeah, like I always want to get any Star Fox merch that I can get a hold of, because like Star Fox is my favorite series, so anytime I can get merch for it, official or not, I'm just happy to have it. Some now are worth hundreds of dollars. Yeah, and that's why I just have, like, I don't ever, like, trade in games anymore. Like, anytime I get a physical copy of a game, even if it's terrible, I keep it, because of just, physical media. Like, I'm always wanting to keep physical media. Like, I don't have any of the, like, original boxes for my N64 games, but I got these custom boxes through a company that makes them, with, like, its own box art and stuff where you can put them on the shelf, and they're not as flimsy and broken as N64 boxes can be. I have the old Final Fantasy III player's guide. Trans surgery, been working on prep so long, but almost there. Oh, you're actually getting the surgery, Sarah? If so, that's awesome. I'm, like, super happy to hear that. Yeah, like, I know you've been wanting that for years. Like, if that's what it is, then, like, I gotta take a second and just congratulate you, and I'm just so happy for you if that's what it is. Not to pry, but, like, since you're one of my closest friends. Even as a young girl, I saved all my boxes to this day. I still have the vast majority of them. Yeah, like, the oldest game box that I have that belonged to me was, Pokemon Emerald, which I got in 2006. That's the oldest game box that I currently have that was, well, I guess that's not true, because I do have all my original GameCube boxes. But I also, the oldest box that I have that was not mine originally is I have a complete in-box Japanese copy of Star Fox 64. In fact, I have 2 copies of the Japanese Star Fox 64. I have one that's a loose cartridge, and then I have one that's in the box. Well, I'm really happy to hear that, Sarah. Like, I am super happy to hear that. That is great news. Because I know how long you've been waiting for that, and that is a huge step, and, like, I'm super happy for you. Interesting tidbit of history is I had a lot of all these games I had when I was young, and the order that I received them. Huh. See, like, for me, like, what happened was when I was a teenager, like, I didn't have a job at the time, so there was a lot of trouble with me getting new games. So, like, I made the mistake of selling a lot of my old games to these trade-in stores and trade-in services, and so I lost a lot of So I lost a lot of the physical copies of games that I had because I had traded them in. So like I lost a lot of old GameCube and N64 titles, and throughout most of 2020 and 2021, I started purchasing physical copies of those games on eBay and testing them and making sure they were legit and so on. And I'm happy to say that I have my entire childhood N64 collection again, with the exception of some WWE wrestling games, which I didn't even really touch to begin with. I mean, I even have a couple games that I didn't own back then, like the freaking Superman 64. I bought Superman 64 and I have a custom box for it. Why did I spend that money? I don't know, but I guess I just like collecting like terrible games. Like I have a copy of E.T. from the Atari, and I really want to get a copy of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde just to say that I have it. For sure, I wasn't expecting to get it. Mid-30s, more trans representation. It bumps up 10 years because Doc just realized it improves mental health. Well, hey, that's great to hear. Like, I'm really happy to hear that, Sarah. WWF No Mercy was great when it worked. See, I have the only Game Boy game, the original Game Boy, the only game of that I own is like this copy of I think it was WWF Warzone for the original Game Boy, and it was probably one of the shittiest games I've ever played, because it's like, it's for the Game Boy. Like, how are you gonna play a wrestling game on the Game Boy? Like, it was terrible. Like, it didn't tell you how to play the game, or like how the controls functioned, or anything. That's a bullet bill. I love my, like, surprise, like my shock whenever I just, like, fall, or like I miss a jump or something in the middle of a sentence. So that's all the ones that are over here. I'm trying to remember where the rest of the red coins are. Let me go up here. Yeah, like, it was pretty bad. Like, it had like one song, and it was like a really like compressed version of oh, I just saw it. It was on the Womp, or whichever one. They sound similar. But yeah, like, just imagine like the same song compressed. Like, I think it was like the WWF like theme song of that time, and it was just like compressed really bad. Like, the cover of the game had like Stone Cold Steve Austin from the Attitude Era of WWE. Or WWF at the time, before like the charity asked if they changed their name. Okay, where's the last one? Yeah, like, I was never really big into wrestling up until recently. Like, I mean, because like for years there's so many people like wondering like, oh, is this real? Is it staged? And you know, like, I think the best way I could explain wrestling is that it's basically combat theater. Like, it's not staged, it's scripted. Like, it's, like, the storylines and everything, it's all scripted. Like, nobody's in actual danger, as far as I'm aware. I mean, that does happen, but, like, nobody's, like, actually, like, going and, like, destroying people's homes and, like, their personal property and stuff, like it's shown in some of these storylines. But, like, recently, I just have not really been a big fan of, like, the storylines with, like, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, and I think that's why WWE keeps bringing back, like, The Undertaker and a bunch of other, and, like, Hulk Hogan, and where's that last red coin? It's probably, like, right under my nose, and I'm just missing it. But it's, like, I don't have Mario 64 memorized, so I couldn't tell you. I guess I'll just explore until I find it. It gives me time to talk about stuff. I think I can explain wrestling very well and fairly. Yeah, let's hear it, Cranberry. the most entertaining thing for me is to watch. And you see, wrestling is so much cooler when you're physically there. Because probably one of the only nice things that my old host, when I worked at the news station, did is that he took me and Crazy Wolf to a SmackDown event in Kansas City, Missouri. And that was the very first time I'd ever physically been to a wrestling event, and I had a blast. It was fun. Like, they make it super entertaining, and like, it's honestly like watching a state. It's like watching a play, but even more so. Which is something that I probably should have brought up with Jeff, now that I think about it. Like, wrestling is technically theater. Okay, so where is that last red coin? See, this is why I never became a Mario 64 speedrunner, because, like, my memory is terrible trying to find these things. In the cage? Here, let me get back up here. Sky cage, okay. Ah! Yeah, because there's the star right there, but that's a different one. Because I still need to get one more coin. Let me see. Yeah, it tells me how many I've got. Because, like, Oh, I think I know where it is now. I think it's at the very beginning of the map. Because I think I might have just overlooked it whenever I was running. So it's like in this field area over here. Oh, no, it's right there! Well, I mean, in more than one way I was able to find it. While it may be scripted, the wrestlers are still performing impressive feats of strength. It takes a lot of physical fitness and strength to do the feats they're doing. In that sense, it is very real, but as a performance, entertainment. They don't want to actually physically harm one another. Yeah, and I actually saw, like, I think it was Dwayne The Rock Johnson showed how, like, WWE, like, is able to do all of these stunts without hurting someone. A big thing is, like, they make the noise sound worse than it actually is. Like, they'll stomp, and it's almost a little bit of ventriloquism in a way. Like, it's like they are still athletes at the end of the day. Because, like, I remember when I went to my first SmackDown event, like, there was a guy who did a front flip and then a kick to hit another wrestler, and it was impressive. And the way they were able to do that was without hurting each other was awesome. Like, at that time, it was like the event was Roman Reigns like came out, like it was the middle of the storyline between like a feud between him and Seth Rollins, and I haven't kept up with the storylines like with WrestleMania since then. Like, I know that Roman Reigns is still like, I think he's still the Universal Champion. What if I just like do the triple jump? Maybe I can do it that way. There we go. Not exactly the way that I intended, but I still got it. And I think a big, a way that you can separate like WWE style and like AEW wrestling, because like high school and like college wrestling is just completely different. Like, it's actual like grappling, and you can definitely see like a little bit of jujitsu DNA in there. But yeah, like one of the people that I worked with when I was in news was one of like he was a producer and like one of the people that helped out with AEW wrestling. So like I was definitely exposed to a lot of like wrestling material both from WWE and AEW. Yes, grappling! Like a grappling hook. You see, the other day I found a VR chat world that had a grappling gun in it, like a grapple gun, kind of like what Ada Wong has in Resident Evil. And I thought about going there and just like grappling along and just like recording it for you, Granberry. It's like, Granberry, like, I've got my own grappling hook now. But see, like, that's the thing with, like, grappling hook guns that kind of bother me, like, with Batman and Ada Wong and so on. It's like, they're cool in fiction, but they would never work in real life because just the amount of force, like, just yanking you in that direction would be painful. It would probably dislocate your shoulder. Okay, I need to probably go on top of the tower in order to get into that cage. Well, I guess I could triple jump there. So let me try this. Not quite! Well, I guess the owl is also here. I think that's what it's intending for me to do. I'm often having to separate reality from fiction when it comes to grappling hooks. Yeah, because, like, grapple guns are cool in fiction, it's just I don't think they would work in real life the way that people think they would. No! Because, like, I love Batman. Like, you know, Batman is probably one of the most iconic superheroes of all time, but a lot of his gadgets just would not work in real life. Which is kind of why I liked the Dark Knight trilogy, because they took a more, like, realistic approach to a lot of how he did things. Oh! Hi, Wiz! Welcome, welcome, everybody from Wiz's community. I'm Eno. I am that time spirit friend of Wiz's. I am playing Super Mario 64 because I wanted something relaxing to play, and we are currently talking about We are talking about grappling hooks and grapple hook guns because grapple hook guns would not work in real life because they would destroy your shoulder. Thank you for the head pats, Wiz, after I got hit. Ah! No, Mario! Okay, so you gave me head pats, Wiz, then Sue hit me with an object. Sue, I can't see. Oh. Well, thank you for throwing things at me. It's much appreciated. Ah, bananas! Ah! I've missed this 3 times because this freaking owl doesn't know how to aim! No, that's a ducks! No. Am I safe? Ah! No! You know, Crazy Wolf keeps calling me, like, the Tricks Rabbit. Maybe I'm just Bugs Bunny, because I keep getting hit with every slapstick comedy object imaginable. Like, Acme, like... It's time to celebrate, don't stop the dancing. No! I'm gonna get radiation poisoning with this many bananas. At least make me a smoothie with this stuff. I like banana smoothies. Get that air flowing. Yeah, I'll probably need it to, like, figure out my aim with this thing. Because, again, Mario 64 camera controls. Because it makes that fart noise whenever you try to fix the camera. Okay, I'm literally, like, floating above it. There we go.
Here we go!
Success! The banana in a bikini. Let's see, how many more levels are here? Oh, that's all the levels. Wow, that went by, like, miraculously quickly. Oh! I can already get the... Really? I can get the wing cap at 11 stars? But yeah, I saw that you're playing a little bit of Overwatch, I think, Wiz? What else were you playing? I saw that you played a little bit of Minecraft, mostly just because I saw the Twitch clips in your server. Wonder if it's a multiplayer mod. So I'm gonna just, like, let Mario fall into the abyss, because I need that, like, head start in order to get the coins. So, let's try this again. Did we get anything for the quotes channel? I haven't checked Discord since I started streaming. Oh yeah, this is so much better with a Series X controller. Like, with an N64 controller, this was nearly impossible to do. Yeah, see, there is actually a Mario 64 PC port that I may or may not be playing right now. I mean, I cannot confirm nor deny that I'm playing it. No, 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 no! 1 coin! Or 2 coins. But I guess I was almost out of energy anyway. But can I even get those coins with this little of jump height? No, I'll have to try it again. I think I have to get them all in one run. How cruel would it be if I redeemed hot sauce on your chill relaxing stream? Well, it would be hellish. That would be, well, I guess that's actually the name of the hot sauce, is hell. Like Hellfire hot sauce. Yeah, I need to watch those clips later because I just want to see, like, what out of text stuff I missed. There we go, I got all the coins. As cruel as dropping an anvil on my head. I mean, just because I'm a spirit doesn't mean, like, it's still not rude to throw an anvil on my head. It's like, it hurts. My feelings, at least. No. You should play Minecraft with us sometime. Yeah, I'd like to. I actually had my own realm for a while on the Java edition. I have both Java and Bedrock, so like whichever version like you prefer, like I have. See, that reminds me, like when I was in school, in high school, we had these. We had the school laptops, but like everyone would just spread around this pirated copy of Minecraft, and that was my first exposure to Minecraft, was playing a pirated copy. It was called, like the executable was called Minecraft SP, like single player, but we were still able to play with other people, and that was my first exposure to that game. And I still have some of my creations saved, as far as like photos of them. Like I made like replicas of the Empire State Building, the St. Louis Arch, and a bunch of other things. But, like, usually I default to, like, building pyramids and lava moats around pyramids. The one called Instant Regret is funny. Yeah, I have to check that out, because, like, you usually have really good clips with. Mods are just about the only way I play nowadays. Oh, also, since there are more people in the chat, I'll make this announcement again. So, I did interview Jeff Steitzer, the voice of Halo's multiplayer, this previous Monday. But I did, over Twitter, get a hold of another voice actor, or a voice actress who is from a game that is very important to me. I got a hold of Estelle Ellis, the voice of Crystal from Star Fox Adventures, and we're still working things out. I need to message her back and see, like, what time she's free, but I will be interviewing her on the stream at some point. And then next month will be Matt Hill from Ed, Edd n Eddy, so, like, I'm going to try to get somewhat, like, as much as I can, like as frequently as I can, get interviews. But yeah, I just want to let y'all know that I will be having another interview here soon with I would say that, like, Crystal is a very important furry icon, but... And thank you for the hydrate. I completely forgot that I had a drink next to me the whole time. Yeah, like, like, modded Minecraft is really fun. Like, yeah, furry icon. Because Crystal is probably one of the, like, most recognizable furry characters from Nintendo franchises, at least. Yeah. And she's really sweet, because she embraces the character, like, through all the faults of, like, the things that people have done to Crystal on the internet. And I think that's really awesome when, like, they embrace the character and, like, they're really cool fans. Because, like, I've dealt with some people in the past who were just not really great with their fans, and... Oh, yeah, see, the thing is, the song is called Dire Dire Docks, but the first time you hear it is in Jolly Roger Bay. But, yeah, this level, in VR chat, I would just come to this level just to think. Because it's like, this music is just so great. Okay, that's Plunder in the Sunken Ship, okay. So, something that I still, to this day, do not understand how is to get the eel out of the damn ship. Like, what triggers the eel to get out of the ship? So if we have any lurkers in chat who are from the Mario 64 community, I would definitely like some insight into that. Because every time I played this level, I've always wondered, like, what do I do to get the damn eel out of the window? Like, do you run into it purposely? Like, what do you do? I mean, at least the bikini fits for the setting, since I'm underwater. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think I'll, until I can figure out the eel thing, I might go back up here. What I love about this song, though, is when it gets the drum beat here. Like, I've heard this song countless times, but just hearing it in the game is just different. I don't know, just because when you have the visuals to go along with the music, it just makes you feel that nostalgia more strongly, I think. Let's see if I remember the order. Hey! I remember the order! I don't have a guide in front of me, but I think it's either time-based or when you're going after the right star, he moves. Swim next to him, he'll attack, then he'll go in. Okay, I'll give that a try. I get distracted by stars so easily. It's got away with the audio too, you know, something about older games and their sound design. You know, the funny thing about the anthology, the fact there's an advertisement with those boxes where you hit a switch and the little arm thing pops up. Well, see, you mentioning those, like, older, like all these older books and stuff, like, I remember watching, like, AVGN recently, the Nintendo Power one and the Earthbound episode, and, like, I remember when Scratch and Sniff was a thing, like, that was just, like, that was really strange, like, that, and I remember there, like, I have no shame admitting this, but I remember there was an episode of, like, I think it was either Zoom or Dora the Explorer, where Dora was like, "Come smell the TV! Can you smell this food?" And then, like, they encourage you to go up to the TV and smell, and I'm like, I convinced my childhood brain that I could actually smell it, and I'm like, thinking back on it as an adult, I'm like, what? Okay, so swim next to him. Like, I think maybe, like, if I sideswipe it, like, just, like, go in front. Because, like, maybe, like, I'm just kind of, like, baiting him to come out. Because, I mean, I know an easy way for me to get health back. Because, I can just go up to the surface and get air. IGN guy, jump into the water, stay on the surface of the water, and swim further into the cavern. After passing the large stalagmites on your left, make sure your breath is full and dive down. Swim towards the sunken ship. Go towards the back of the ship to find a large eel. Swim close to it to lure it away from its position. Wait for the eel to disappear, then swim through the hole behind it. Okay. So it's basically just like swimming close to it. Yeah, because, like, it doesn't matter how many times I play that game, or this game, like, it's getting the damn eel to get out of there is the trick. Come on, Mr. Eel. You know you want to eat Mario. Well, that's not good. I do like, however, whenever you get your health down, all you have to do is just go back into the surface, like regardless if you take physical damage. As long as you're in the water, it gives you your health back, so that's kind of like a sort of exploit, I guess, if you're playing a level like this. But I mean, if I can't get the eel to leave, it's not a huge deal, because I've unlocked pretty much a bunch of other levels that I can try. Okay, he's gone. So I guess it may be just, like, a mixture of, like, luring him out and then a time-based thing. Oh, this is not good. Oh, that's an air bubble! Come on, Mario, get it! Okay. Whew. Yeah, see, like I said, this is gonna be a nice, relaxing stream, just because, like, that's something about, like, Mario games in general that have that wonder about them, is that they're just easy to pick up and play. You don't have to worry about, like, additional setup, you don't have to worry about having a certain set of skills. You can just pick it up and play and have fun, and that was probably the biggest reason that I played this game the most when I was a kid. That and Star Fox 64, because, like, this and Star Fox 64 were my two favorite games when I was very little. It's just a damn shame that my actual physical N64 has heating issues, so I can't actually play any games on it. Since you were in a water level, I have some relaxing music for you. I am very hesitant to click on that link. Should I be brave and click on the link? Well, I trust you, Cranberry, so I will click on the link and see what you have for me. You... I do trust my mod, but I just expected like something super memey, but I guess that is super memey, but still. Dang it. Oh, I forgot, there's the secret level right here. See, I heard in Nintendo Land at Universal, they play like the Peach's Castle music in certain areas of the land. The thing with Nintendo Land, though, is I think it's super cool, and I'd love to go there. But it's like, I just don't understand why they call it Nintendo Land when they focus primarily on Mario properties. They may as well just call it Super Mario Land or something. I mean, yeah, that's a game title, but... I mean, I get, like, they're trying to, like, have an over-encompassing thing, but it just doesn't make sense to call it Nintendo Land when it's just one property. Because I'd like to see, like, Pokemon merchandise and things like that, and, Zelda stuff. Like, not, like, a Mario-related amusement park is cool, but I'd just like to see more. And I mean, this is just speculation based on my own personal, like seeing them on YouTube and stuff. Like, I'm sure there might be more than just Mario, but whenever I first saw, like, the announcement and, like, reviews of it, it was primarily just Mario-related stuff. See, like, I mentioned bucket list things and things that I'd love to do that I never really got the chance to do. I'd like to, like, I mentioned the ocean being one of them, but, like, I'd like to go to Disney again. Yeah, like, I would like to hear about that, Wiz. I'm genuinely curious. But, like, when I was a kid, like, I got to go to Disney World, like, maybe when I was in the 3rd grade or something. Problem was, well, I guess it was more of a vacation for my family. Like, my grandfather was visiting his girlfriend at the time that he had met online. No, not the dog! No! I gotta, like, cover my face so I don't get hit with ducks. Okay, there we go. But yeah, like, my family went to Florida when I was like in the 3rd grade, so we went to Disney World and a couple places in Miami. So I did. That was the time that I technically got to see the ocean, but it was on some random highway. But so where am I going with this? Okay, so I slept in at the hotel, so my aunt and uncle and my brother all went to Animal Kingdom without me, which was pretty shitty. I'm still mad about that. But I had gotten like super sick. Like I had like the flu or something that was causing me to just like have a lot of muscular pain. So like I had to be in a wheelchair the whole time. But I got to go to Disney World, and the only ride I got to ride when I was there was Damn, It's a Small World. And that was not as entertaining or fun as I would like, because it's like, that was just poor timing in general, like having to like suffer through muscular pains and like being really sick when it's time for me to go to Disney World. Because I really wanted to go into the Haunted Mansion, because like around that time the Eddie Murphy film had come out. So like I had watched the Haunted Mansion movie, so I wanted to go see the ride. But a big problem with the ride was that like there's a lot of moving that you had to do and walking. Come on, eel. Well, I got him out of his hidey hole, but I need to get health, so I gotta go back up to the surface. Come on, Mario, come on. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Come on, come on. Get that breath of fresh air! Oof. Oh. That was stressful. Alright, back down. Oh, he's going back in the hole. What a... Well, there is coins over here that I can use. Alright, gotta get that star. Come on. Come on, Mario. Swim! Faster! It's literally right there. It's within my grasp. There we go. Oh, but I have to swim to it. No! Okay, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, Mario. You got this, you got this. We've got this. We'll survive. Ah, fuck! Oh. What else do I have in this level? Like, I've just been conquering, like, each level one at a time. But yeah, like, for those in chat, like, who else has been to, like, Disney World and stuff like that? Like, whether it be recent time, or, like, or just, like, in general. Because, like, this would have been, like, because I was in the 3rd grade in 2004, 2005. So, at least I think that was the year. So I would have went probably, like... Was I? No, it would have been 2003 or 2004. So it was either late 2003 or early 2004 that I went to Disney World. So, like, a lot has probably changed since in the last, like, 20-something years. Been to Paramount Canada's Wonderland. Yeah, that counts. Like, I think like any like amusement park that has like a theme like that counts. Because I've been like Six Flags in St. Louis, Missouri was another one that I went to, but I also was just like too scared to ride the rides. Like, for me, I'm just not a roller coaster person. Like, I don't like that loss of control. But I love water rides. Water rides are my absolute favorite. Yeah, so it probably would be like Paramount properties, like Nickelodeon and stuff like that. Okay, that's all the ones on the ship, so I gotta put the rest over here. I guess this is also kind of a good time to play this because Charles Martinet just retired from the voice of Mario, and this was his first game. Like, Charles Martinet is one of my, like, voiceover heroes. Like, him and Jim Cummings, like, they're just, like, personal heroes of mine in the voiceover business. Been so long I can't remember much, though. Yeah, that's kind of the same way with me with Disney World, because it was, like, 2003, 2004, 20 plus, like, 20 years ago, like, lots of other things are going on at that time, so, like, a lot of it gets melded together. I want to say it was late 2003, because I remember going to Burger King at the time, or it was either Burger King or McDonald's, and they had, like, Cat in the Hat toys, which was, like, recently the live-action Mike Myers film of the Cat in the Hat had just released. So, it would have been around that time. Wait, isn't there a pink Bob-omb here somewhere? Guess not. It was my high school end field trip for like 3 years. And see, that's still really cool. Like, there's a couple amusement parks that I've been to, like, in recent time that I've been to, like, multiple times throughout my life. Like, there's one in Branson, Missouri called Silver Dollar City that's really nice. I went there a couple times when I was a kid and a couple times as an adult. It's a, like, an 1800s, like, late 1800s theme, and, like, lots of, like, Wild West vibes with it, like, very frontier-esque. But, some of the roller coasters there, like, were, like, I mean, I could probably do a roller coaster that doesn't have, like, a bunch of loops. Like, I'd probably do, like, 1 or 2, but, like, there's a couple roller coasters at that park that are just nothing but loops and drops. So I'd probably, like, get massive vertigo from that. I mean, I'll try anything once, but, like, I just have never really been a big fan of roller coasters. Get me on a water ride, though, and I'll be happy. Like, there's also a water park in that same city that I want to go to that's under the same brand. It's called Whitewater that I want to go to. Just because, I've wanted to go to a water park for the longest time. Can't really do it now because we're going out of season, but, like, maybe next summer. Because, like, I think my big thing is that I just don't go out enough and travel to places, and that's something that I'd like to do, is travel more. But I got good news with my car, though, so I should be able to be good to travel to some other cities in the vicinity. Well, I guess the red coins probably weren't over there anyway. Don't understand why a clam opening up would hurt Mario. Nope, and Mario drowned. Let's make a creepypasta about that.
Mamma mia!
I think I already have enough to go fight Bowser anyway, so I might go try that. Yeah, but, like, Mario 64's soundtrack is, like, one of the few game soundtracks that still makes me, like, tear up a little bit listening to it. Just because I have so many positive memories associated with it. Because, as a child, like, playing, like, not being able to really go too many places due to, my grandfather working a lot and not really having a lot of time for us to, like, do family vacations and stuff, or, like, go places. Like, a lot of my adventures were in video games and, like, N64 stuff. So, like, Mario 64 was, like, one of my first grand adventures as a kid. And, like, when I listen to the soundtrack, I just remember those days of when I was really little and playing this game, and it just makes me really happy to think about it and just play it. Especially, like, now, like, when I was a kid, I never thought I'd be playing it for an audience, like, and it's incredible. And I think that's what a lot of people miss about Mario 64 when they play it, like, I'm not playing it for clout, I'm not playing it for, like, any, like, ulterior motive, I'm just playing it because I enjoy it and I want to play it, you know? Like, I'll freely admit, like, I can't do any of the speedrunning tactics of this game. I mean, I might try the backwards long jump, but there's no guarantee that I'll get it to work just because I'm terrible at it. And that's okay. Like, I think that's completely okay. Sure, that might be seen as, like, heresy and stuff in the Mario 64 speedrunning community, not being able to backwards long jump, but, you know, I just... As long as I'm enjoying the game, that's what matters. As long as all of you chat are having a good time, that's all I care about. Because I think it's a nice way to kind of de-stress from all the stuff that's been going on lately, and being able to relax and just have good conversation with good people. So I just realized I have the Xbox controller. The spinning is going to be either much easier or much harder. Timing, and boom! I'm surprised I did that my first try. Usually I end up failing. Kind of like that, me trying to jump into it and just, like, failing miserably. See, there is an exploit in this next area that I think, well, I guess can I open the upstairs door, or is that the one after? Let me check. Okay. Well, I guess while I'm here, I'll do some of these other levels first. I don't know if that I'll do a full 120 star run, but I will probably end up beating the game on stream. Probably not all tonight, obviously, because I do think I will switch to Kingdom Hearts at some point, but I will play a fair bit. Because I do want to savor this as much as possible. Because I think a big problem whenever I streamed Wind Waker is that I didn't savor it enough and I didn't do all the side stuff. No, child, come back! Oh no!
Mamma mia!
Destroy the child. I'm gonna say it like in a really grovelly, broly voice. Destroy the child. Oh, that hurts my throat. Yeah, I think I need to just time my jump a little better. Okay, so right about here if I jump. It just makes it so much easier when you just jump off like this, so you don't have to go through like an obstacle course. I will say though, like, as annoying as the penguin is in Mario 64, it is still really adorable. Like, I hate the penguin, but I love it at the same time. It's a very, like, complex love-hate relationship. I literally think it's just the same model as the adult, just shrunk down, which makes sense, but it's just interesting to, like, look back on seeing all these techniques they used to build this game. Mario, what are you doing, bruh? Not only that, this penguin has a tendency to just walk off the edge. Like, I mean, sure, it'll reset itself every game, but at the same time, this penguin has no sense of self-preservation. It's like, I hate to break it to you, sweetheart, but you are a flightless bird. You can't fly. There we go.
Here we go!
17 stars in, not bad. I think this is probably one of my least favorite levels. I think probably my least favorite was Shifting Sandland, the one with the pyramids and stuff in the desert. No, it wasn't Shifting Sandland, it was Tall Tall Mountain. That one is my least favorite. If I remember right, I saw a video where, like, one of those 1-ups is impossible to get. Like, legitimately. Like, Mario 64 has a lot of, like, weird hidden lore to it, which is bizarre, but it's also really interesting. One of the things that I loved to do when I had the DS version of this game, which I guess I still do, but when I was younger, is I would put an action replay into my DS and use the moon jump command for Mario 64. So with that, I could just, like, hop over levels and, like, see, like, the outside of maps and stuff, and it was really fascinating what I found. There's actually some hidden dialogue in one of Yoshi's levels. So, like, there's a level where you have to use the invisibility cap or whatever to go through the mirror, and then you can go into a level in the mirror in the DS version. But Yoshi is not able to do that. But if you glitch your way into that level with Yoshi, the boss has dialogue and mechanics that only exist if Yoshi was there. Because it's like Chief Chili, I think. He's like, oh, you've got a mustache. You don't have a mustache. I like tall mountains. But do you like tall, tall mountains? Ones that have monkeys that steal your hat? Hey, Mario buddy, how's it going? Step right up. You look like a fast sledding kind of guy. I know speed when I see it. Yes, sir. I'm the world champion sledder. You know, what do you say? How about a race? Sure. I'm down. Oh, well... I can't remember if the shortcut works in Mario 64, because I know that if you use the shortcut in the DS version, he's like, hey, you're cheating. Sorry, I was gone for a sec. Welcome back, Sarah. Okay, yeah. So you can't use the shortcut. I couldn't remember if the shortcut was a thing, or... if it was just in the DS version where you couldn't use the shortcut. But I guess that's a nice way to, like, prevent you from using that in the race proper. Alright, let's try this again with a lot less failing this time. So, I'll ask chat, so chat, like, do any of you have any, like, really positive memories related to this game? Like, when this game came out, or when you were younger, like... Because I always like to discuss, like, childhood memories relating to games like this, where, like, it made you feel a certain way, or, like, it helped you get through a tough time. You must be chilly, let me help. Yes, please. I would like... Thank you, I much appreciate it. I wasn't even born. Oh yeah, there's like an entire 2 generations nowadays that weren't born when this game came out. But I mean, like, just in the game in general. Like, if you played it in the past, like, if it, like, made you feel good. Honestly, I had no idea to play this game properly. Couldn't even beat King Bob-omb. Ah! Well, I got it off. There we go. Turns out it's technically possible to get that impossible one-up, but it requires thousands of frame-perfect wall jumps and a few hours to glitch through a wall to get it. Yeah, in my opinion, that's just not worth it. It's like, it's cool that it's possible, but it's just like, that's so much effort to get through it in just like a random game. Yeah, see, like, I was born the year You Bet It's Been Done by Tool Assisted Speedrun. Yeah, but I'm saying, like, in general, like, if you're just playing it just to play it, it just seems like way more effort than is necessary, like, no tools involved. But yeah, like, easy way to remember how old I am, just look at Mario 64. I'm old as this game. Like, this game came out the year... Well, actually, I think the US release of this game was, like, June 5th or something. No, it would have been, like, June 11th or 12th, maybe the 15th. It was, like, maybe, like, less than a week after I was born, this game came out. It was either a week before or a week after, something like that. You know what? That actually gets me curious. I need to see. When did Mario 64 come out in the US? It came out September 29th, 1996. Well, okay. Oh, that was the PAL release. June 23rd, 1996 in America. So, it was roughly about, like, 2 weeks after I was born. You just can't, I don't think it's physically possible. 1,000 frame perfect jumps, people can only do, like, 15 at best if they're super talented. Yeah, like I said, it's fascinating, but it's, like, in the grand scheme of things, also effectively pointless. Because there's I believe there's also a coin in Thwomp's Fortress that is like hidden under the level that you can't usually access. And like I said, there's a lot of things about this game that I don't know. That there are so many like content creators that are just like deep dived into this game and like know all of its secrets and like everything about it, like how everything functions. And I think it's really cool. Like, it does take away a little bit of the magic of it, but I think that, you know, you could like even understanding it completely, like it doesn't take away the magic for me just because like I grew up with it, so I have that nostalgia for it. Like, I think, for example, Vinesauce Joel, I think we're close to the same age. I think he's a little older than me, and he's done, like, a lot of different Mario 64 streams, and I think he mentioned something about, like, how it's really cool that this game has, like, so much known about it now. Okay, there's one more red coin. I think it might be over here. Well, that's where the star is. Let me try just going up the mountain again and seeing. Because I think if I just follow this path, eventually I'll find it. One thing that really helped in the DS version was they added a minimap that told you like where the red coins were. But they didn't tell you the elevation, and you had to ask one of the Bob-ombs in order to give you a location. So what I would do is I would just take pictures of what the Bob-omb was showing me in order to find the red coins. But they made it so much easier in the DS version. Like, there was a lot of quality of life improvements, but like, I just feel like while it was cool to have at the time, I just feel like the controls really turned a lot of people off. I mean, I dealt with the controls just fine. Like, I enjoyed it for what it was, but I definitely understand, like, why people struggled with the controls, because they weren't great. It was playable, I think is the best way I could describe it. It was playable, but not great. But that's the reason that modders exist, because, like, they added, like, full analog controls to the DS version with modifications. Man, where is that last red coin? I feel like it's like it's slipped under my grasp like this whole time. Because when I was a kid, I would just play through these same levels, like a few of the same levels over and over again. Like, even if I did already have the star, I would just play, like, the Bowser level, or Bob-omb. Like, I would just do some of the same levels over and over again, because I got stuck for the longest time because of fucking Tall Tall Mountain. Okay. I really feel like it's right under my, like, I feel like I'm blinding it, like, really hard. Let me just try going down again. You think, like, on a white backdrop like this, you would see it much easier, but for me, like, I even have my glasses on, and I still can't find it. I think it's probably at the top, and I just missed it on the way down, so I've got to find a way back up there somehow. As long as I don't start sliding down, we should be... Okay, it's on the ramp down there. So if I make this jump... Hey, there we go. That was less hectic than I thought it was going to be. But now I've got to go down there. Who's over there? Okay, we're solid. Woo!
Here we go!
Yeah, just the whoop whoop. I'm gonna go to another level. I don't want to stay on the same level too long. So I've done all of Bob-omb Battlefield. I've done all of, well, most of Cool Mountain, Jolly Roger Bay, Orm's Fortress. Well, I guess it's also like the Secret Star up here. And then I've got the key to the basement now, so I can go to Dire Docks and all the other... Oh, then that means that Shifting Sandland is unlocked, but I hate Shifting Sandland. Well, technically there's 2 stars here, because if you get the, if you get a certain amount of time on the timer, you get one, and then... And there's another one that's just in the box. Alright, good night, Trends. Thank you for popping in. Have a good rest. Yep, I'll take a drink.
Here we go!
Trying to think of what I'm gonna make myself for dinner tonight. Might make myself some enchiladas. Because I saw that Factor 75 like meal service thing, where like they send you like meals every week, and I'm gonna try that out. Well, I am trying it out. Like I'm still waiting on my first delivery because problem with me is because of like my sleep schedule and a lot of other factors that are out of my control. It's hard for me to find time to dedicate to cook, and usually like a lot of the time I just get like microwavable stuff. But I really want to change my diet up, so I'm like, I heard good things about it, so I'm gonna try it, and if it turns out that it's good, then I'll have like a set amount of meals per week, and I'll be able to budget a lot better. Because like the problem with me is like I just want, like, we've all had that experience of like going into a store when you're hungry and like buying stuff you don't need, or at least I would imagine that it's a pretty common occurrence. Like going to a store and being hungry and seeing stuff you want. And that was me, is that I had a lot of problem with impulses. Oh, hey, Boo's here. Does that mean that Big Boo's haunt is unlocked? Yeah, it's definitely a good idea to eat before you go to a store, because like you'll just pick up everything that looks good, and I've done that too many times, and that's why I started using the Walmart app, because then at least I can figure out what I want, and I'm not tempted by the stuff that's on the shelf. Like, I just get what I need. I tell you what, though, Big Boo's Haunt, this level scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. And surprisingly, not because of the piano. Which I think the piano's like, what, in this room right here? Yeah. Like, the piano did scare me, no doubt, but it was definitely not the thing that scared me the most. I think it was actually the flying books that have teeth on them. I don't think I'm gonna get all the red coins here, but... See, it's going to ghost hunt, so I've got to kill the Boos. Boo's merry-go-round is the best. Oh yes, I love Boo's merry-go-round. But see, that's what I love about Mario 64, is like, even all these years later, it's still a relevant game. Like, Nintendo, like, I'm really glad that the Nintendo Switch has the original version on the Switch Online. So if you didn't get the chance to buy a copy of Mario 3D All-Stars, you can still play the original version via the Switch Online. So that's really cool. Speaking of Boo's merry-go-round. Got during the 6 months. Yeah, I got 2 copies. I have one it's my personal copy, and well, technically, I guess not. One of them is my mom, so I got my mom the game, and then I also got myself the game. Because I didn't want to have to like, get her the original hardware and stuff, and like, I didn't want her to have to pay like the Nintendo Switch subscription. But yeah, I got her that because Mario Sunshine and Mario 64 were her favorite games when I was younger. So I remember when I was probably like in the 2nd grade or something, I remember going to my mom's house and playing Mario Sunshine on their gigantic TV, which nowadays is small, but that's like that's also a story I won't get into as to why I didn't live with my parents at the time. But Mario Sunshine, I would say, honestly, I would say it's a pretty close tie. Like, I like this game and I like Mario Sunshine. But I like them both for different reasons. Mario Sunshine, I love the aesthetic and the music of it. Mario 64, I love the adventure and just the hub world and just, of course, the nostalgia for it. I'm just like going in to all these random rooms. Okay, so I've been in there. Been in here. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a back. I gotta go to the back area. Because I think that's where one of the last ones is. That backfired real quick. See, it's like I hear Boos everywhere, but like I know that it's just King Boo that's up there. And then some of them are ones that are back here. Okay, where's the back door? Right here. I mean, technically, if I'm killing the boos, the ghosts, then technically I'm fighting my own brethren because I am a spirit, and they are also technically spirits. Though I guess technically they're a different species of spirit, like I don't know how you would classify that.
Here we go!
See, in a Mario 64 confession here, I never knew about the L is real thing with this sign, or like this memorial fountain. Like, I never knew about that. And again, because like I had very limited internet access when I was younger, and I didn't have like a lot of magazines and stuff. And the few times that I did get on the internet, it was mostly just like Yahoo Games and like CartoonNetwork.com and things like that. But yeah, I never knew about the whole L is real thing until like I saw it on YouTube when I got older. Yeah, so L is real is a urban legend. Like that this sign right here says L is real, like 2401. That's what people think it said, and like there was theories about how this was related to like unlocking Luigi or something along those lines, but it was just a gaming hoax, like a playground rumor. However, Luigi was planned for the game, and there is a scrapped model of Luigi that people were able to dig out of the source code of the game through not so legal means, but it was confirmed that Luigi was part of Mario 64 at one point. So, like, there was a lot of rumors on how to, like, do certain things to unlock Luigi, and I definitely was not clean of believing some of these playground rumors. Like, in Pokemon Emerald, the rocket number 100 thing, like, I always imagined that when you got 100 rockets, you'd get to go to the moon and catch Deoxys, but Deoxys was actually on Birth Island through a mystery gift distribution. And then also, what else was there? The wish tag thing with Jirachi, and there was even a rumor that I heard that, because a friend of mine named Lewis, he thought that you had to beat the Elite Four 100 times to unlock Deoxys and then get the rocket number 100, like, coincide with it. And it's like, he had dedication, because he actually did beat the Elite Four 100 times in Pokemon Emerald. For a while there, I actually owned that friend of mine's copy of Pokemon Emerald because he just stopped playing the games. But like an idiot that I was, I traded in a bunch of my old Game Boy games and stuff for money when I was younger because I didn't have any money.
Here we go!
Okay, chat, we're gonna go into Shifting Sandland because I hate it so much and I just want to get it over with. Well, at least it's not Tall Tall Mountain. That will come later. I think I'll play, like, maybe, like, another 30 minutes-ish of this, and then I'll switch to Kingdom Hearts. See, like, this level is, like, it's easy enough to avoid the hazards, but, like, as a kid when I played this, I just absolutely despised it because I could never make my jumps and I would always end up in the quicksand. Because when you get into some of this quicksand, you can escape, but if you get into the one that's over, like, that was discolored, like that one over there, there's no escape, it'll just automatically kill you. No! Mario, get up there now! Down! I just mentioned the fucking quicksand! And then I get annihilated by the fucking Shy Guy. Well, all this proves is just how much I hate this level. But I mean, like, even when I say that I hate it, I don't, like, despise it. Like, it's just a level that I don't particularly like to revisit. But I still like it because it's part of the full package of Mario 64. Like, you know, like, there's gonna be things in games that we love that have things that are a little rough around the edges, and I think this level is definitely one of them, at least for me. But, like, I haven't been this relaxed in a while. Like, I feel great. Like, it's just really great to be able to play this for stream and just chat with everybody about things that we're nostalgic about. Because I think that's what's really cool about the feeling of nostalgia, is that everyone's nostalgia is going to be different. So, like, I was born in '96, so I was exposed to mostly the N64 era, even though, like, a lot of my music tastes and, like, culture was multi-generational, being in a household with my grandparents, my uncle, my aunts, and so on. But, so, like, while I was exposed to a lot of different eras of culture, like, a lot of the games that I grew up with, for example, were N64 and GameCube. But the thing is, my nostalgia is going to be different than other people in chat, because some people might have grew up with the original Xbox, the Nintendo Wii, Cranberry's case, the Super Nintendo, and so on. It's like, that's what's really cool about it, is that we all have different eras that we just feel, like, good feelings about. And I would imagine, like, in the next 10, 15 years, like, this up-and-coming generation is going to be the same way, feeling about the 2020s or the 2010s. It's like, for the longest time, like, 80s was, like, the 1980s was, like, the nostalgic era. Like, everyone was, like, they're still kind of, like, in that phase of, like, oh, the 1980s were so great, let's, like, bring back all these 1980s television shows and, like, sequels to movies from that era. And, like, we're just now bringing back, like, 1990s stuff, and now they're, like, doing, like, early 2000s nostalgia. I'm more of a 90s nostalgia person, to be honest. I like early 2000s stuff, but, like, early 2000s was close enough, like, theme-wise to 90s nostalgia that I kind of blend the two, because I was a late 90s kid, or late 90s toddler, rather, and early 2000s kid. I don't want to say 90s baby, because, like, I wasn't a baby in the late 90s. I was very much a toddler. It's hard to imagine anyone being nostalgic for 2020. Yeah, I don't think anybody would necessarily be nostalgic for that particular year, but, like, I think it's more so, like, the games and the culture that came out around the time. Like, I'd imagine that there's people out there that their first Halo game is Halo Infinite, and they're gonna probably feel a lot of nostalgia for it. And that's the thing, like, if it's a game that, like, maybe, like, reviewers and, like, culturally, like, people don't really like, if it makes you happy, that's what's important. For example, like, Fallout 3. I love Fallout 3. I played a lot of that growing up, but, in my past experience with the Fallout community it's hated just because they compare it to the newer title, Fallout New Vegas. And it's also like the Ocarina of Time versus Majora's Mask argument. It's like, they're all great in their own right. I think it's an unfair comparison to judge the previous title based on the successes and merits of the sequel. Because of course they're going to fix a lot of the issues that were in the original title. So, of course it's going to be superior in some way. But that's not always the case, but what I think is that, like, if a game makes you happy and it's not really well liked by said community, or, like, community in general, like, if it makes you happy, then screw what they think, you know? Like, that's what's important about it. Like Star Fox Adventures, for example. Like, a lot of people don't consider that a true Star Fox game, which, you know, I can definitely see in a way that it's not really a traditional game in the sense of it being a Star Fox title, but it's still a really fun game, and I still consider it part of the series because I had a blast with it, and it's one of my favorite games on the Nintendo GameCube. In fact, it's one of the best-looking games on the Nintendo GameCube. And it came out in 2002. No! I was at the top, and now I'm back at the bottom. I've been there before. But that kind of gives me an idea, chat. Like, what are some games that you like that aren't necessarily loved by the communities as a whole, but, like, you love them because they bring you happiness? That's something that I'm genuinely interested about. Something that really makes me happy is playing all of these games that you all enjoy. Like, especially Kingdom Hearts, for example. I love being able to experience things that bring all of you joy, because it also brings me joy, too. Because I'll start to enjoy them. Like, Kingdom Hearts, like, I've just been having a blast with it, and I just am really excited to see what comes next. And because of me being, like, a new fan and not knowing anything spoiler-wise, it's just so good. Yamori. Yeah, and that's one that I'm gonna try next week, once I get the Elgato set up. Stunt Race FX. So I have a copy of Stunt Race FX, so I will give that a try at some point. I don't know when, I just gotta find the right time to do it. Maybe like in a compilation stream when I'm just playing a bunch of different things. Oh, thank you. And I guess another game that I can mention, Skies of Arcadia. Like, Skies of Arcadia is considered to be one of the greatest JRPGs of all time, but Sega has just been sitting on it, and it didn't sell well. Like, when it sold on the Dreamcast, it didn't sell, like, a lot of copies, so they re-released it on the GameCube, and it didn't sell well there either. But it's considered to be, like, one of the greatest JRPGs of all time, and it's really hard to get a hold of nowadays. But, like, but like, it's an amazing game. It's just not well known. And that's why, like, I'm really glad that the Ramirez outfit that I have is a thing, because I can represent the game in a way that wouldn't be represented otherwise. Wouldn't that be awesome if I was able to get, like, Vice's voice actor, like, Ramirez's voice actor, or anybody involved with that game on stream? At least, like, voice actor-wise. Because I'm not really sure, like, I'm not sure if I'd be able to get a hold of any of the former developers, because I think it was Overworks that made it, and then it was published by Sega. Oh yeah, and also Metroid Prime, that's another one I'm playing at some point. I'll be playing Metroid Prime. Because I know there's some friends of mine that wanted to see me try out Metroid Prime, so I will give it a try. Well, though, I'm probably going to use Prime Hack or Prime Mod or whatever it's called, which will allow me to play it like kind of like an FPS. Because I heard, like, Metroid with mouse and keyboard controls is, like, really, really good. Yeah, but the last time I ever touched Metroid Prime was, March 10th, 2003. I remember that day specifically. I won't go into detail, but, like, that was the last time I ever touched that game, because, my uncle had rented it. And I'd watched him and my older brother play it, but I never actually touched it myself, so I have very vague recollections of that game. But I know it's like a super incredible series to play. But it's like, that's the thing about streaming that's really good, is that I get to touch all these games I never got the opportunity to really play before. Or stuff that I've been sitting on that gives me incentive to actually, like, get off my tail and play them. Like, I've been sitting on the Resident Evil 4 Remake DLC for a while now. Like, I want to play it, but I haven't had the motivation to finish it. Like, it's really good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's a really good DLC, but I just haven't had the motivation to sit down and play it because, very, very like in-depth game. Let's go to Lethal Lava. Boiled Big Bully. Don't be a pushover. And if anyone tries to shove you around, push back. It's one-on-one with a fiery finish for the loser. Yeah, and that's also a school suspension, maybe a juvenile detention for a little bit. I used to play a lot of lesser-known games with Jay, my childhood best friend. What are some of those games? There we go. Crystalis and the Guardian Legend were our favorites. I've never actually heard of that one. What's that one about? Probably the easiest red coins in this entire game. Because they're literally all right here in one spot.
Here we go!
Yeah, and like, the N64 library, there were quite a few stinkers on it, but like, for the most part, I think the N64 has a pretty solid library compared to some other consoles of the time. Like, I don't know, like, it's strange, because I remember my aunt and uncle playing PlayStation 2 games, but I don't remember if it was their PlayStation or if they borrowed it. Like, because I remember them playing Metal Gear Solid 2, but I don't remember ever owning a PlayStation 2. Because we had a Dreamcast, because I remember watching my aunt playing Seaman, good god, which is how I knew what that was when Crazy Wolf fished Seaman in that map. But that and the AVGN episode, but like, I remember they played it on their Dreamcast, but like, for the most part, like, there was a lot of consoles I remember seeing, but I just don't remember if we actually owned them. Final Fantasy 1 is another we played a lot. Oh, ad time. Advertisements.
Here we go!
Yeah, and that's another thing I want to get into is the older Final Fantasy games. Like, once I finish Kingdom Hearts 1, I'm gonna probably play Final Fantasy 6, because that's my aunt's favorite one, and I'd like for her to watch me play it. Oh goody, the Hazy Maze Cave! Probably my second least favorite level. And it's not even really because of the map itself, just because, It's just because I don't like hurting the Lapras-looking character that's down here. Yeah, like, I'm gonna play Final Fantasy VI, because, like, she said, like, she's played, like, pretty much every Final Fantasy game, like, known to man. So I really want to try it, because it's her absolute favorite, and I remember her playing it on an emulator when I was little. And she rates it above 7, which, like, a lot of Final Fantasy fans, like, praise 7 as one of the best ever made, but, like, you know, if she's rating it over 7, then I've definitely got to give it a try. I mean, I don't know anything about 6, save for Terra and Kefka, but, it's definitely something that I do want to try. I think I'll get to 30 stars, that's where I'll stop. Boom! It's like I did all of that effort just to miss it like 4 times. And you can name the characters after chat. Yeah, absolutely! Just like in the Nuzlocke, but less deadly. Maybe I'll name Terra Cranberry because, like, your name just gave me all of the best luck in my Nuzlocke. Yeah, this is the thing about this level. I always hated hurting, like, this character here because, like, I always thought it kind of looked like Lapras. Because, I mean, it's got, like, a Plesiosaur-esque design. But I just hated hurting it because you have to do the ground pound and, yeah, that little sound it makes. I just always felt bad. It's like he didn't do anything wrong. He's just chilling in this, like, pool of water that has literally no exit. So he has no food source. That got dark really quickly. Well, I guess I can also unlock Metal Mario while I'm down here, too. So, I think what I'll do is I'll do Metal Mario. If I can unlock Bowser's Dire Dire Docks area, I will, but if not, I'll just stop at 30. I'm gonna play Kingdom Hearts. A little bit of Kingdom Hearts, because I figured out what I did wrong last time. The reason why I couldn't go through the current was not because I couldn't, it was because it was an item I had to equip. It was an ability, basically, that is for every party member. So I wasn't able to do it. Yeah, Simple and Clean, that is a very good song. Another really good song by that artist is Beautiful World, which is part of the Evangelion soundtrack. Yeah, the artist, I think their name is... here, I actually have them on my Spotify because I just added that song last night. They are... Hikaru Utada? They are a Japanese-American singer. Very, very popular. And pretty fantastic singer, I do say so myself. Because I remember hearing Simple and Clean in the Kingdom Hearts commercial, like, way back when. Because I remember seeing the commercials for it, but I never played it. So, like, I saw, like, the advertisements for it, but never actually touched them. If I recall, I may have heard my aunt talking about, like, the game itself. Like, seems like, oh, Final Fantasy mixed with Disney, that's interesting. But, like, that was probably one of the first times I ever heard the term Final Fantasy. I just reached the next chapter on Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. Baker Phoenix Wright is being called to court! Oh no! Objection! I would, like, if I were to have anybody represent me in court, I'd want Phoenix Wright. Okay, so, come on, Lapras. Use Ice Beam, I guess, to turn all this water to ice so I can walk on it. But I guess I could say long jump there. No, Mario. Whew. There we go. It's like a had to breathe for a second because I nearly screwed that up. Alright, time for Metal Mario! There we go, now I've got the metal cap. Luckily, some of these I don't need the metal cap for, but it's good to have. If I remember right, the texture for the metal cap is like a restaurant or something. Like, it's not actually reflecting anything, it's literally just a texture of some place. Let's see. Or, no, I don't... It was either that or a flower. I don't remember exactly what Metal Mario's reflective surface was. I just know that it wasn't an actual reflective surface of anything. That's how it's done. I think Toad also gives me a star here too, if I remember correctly. See, Bowser must have been really sloppy if, like, there's just Toads that have these stars laying around. Okay, so now that means I can go back and do Dire Docks, and then I think I'll do Bowser, and then I'll call Mario 64 to an end, and then I'll take a short intermission, and then I will do Kingdom Hearts for a little bit. Because, like, I just want to get out of that stupid Little Mermaid level. Because, like, I took out Ursula, well, I took out her eels, and, like, they are no longer physically present anymore, but at the same time, it's like, you know, after getting beaten like that, Ursula should just give up, but, you know, it's a Disney villain, so I don't expect anything of that sort. So, speaking of Kingdom Hearts, though, I looked at the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, and, like, there were some people who were analyzing it. Now, there's already, like, been speculation about connections to Final Fantasy 15 versus 13. However, there's actually another connection that was unexpected. In one of the scenes in the trailer, you can see this foresty area, and there's a mechanical object that lines up one-to-one with the foot of an AT-ST walker from Star Wars. So the implication is that there will be Star Wars content in Kingdom Hearts 4, which, I mean, that makes sense considering Disney, but, like, that just brings up a whole can of worms of speculation. It's like, I love Star Wars. I am a huge Star Wars nerd. So seeing, like, Final Fantasy mixed with Star Wars, mixed with Disney, and, like, other, like, Square Enix properties, I think I'm, like, if I ever get to Kingdom Hearts 4, and if I live long enough to that, I will probably die with how awesome that would be. But I think it also makes sense because they're going with a more, like, Final Fantasy-esque art style, more realistic looking, rather than, like, the more, like, Disney-esque, like, Pixar looks that they've had before. I guess that is the metal cap, but here, let me kind of plan my approach here. Okay, so if I get up there... Okay, that didn't work, so let me just do this the normal way. Also, like, what's the point of Bowser having a submarine in here? Like, what is he gaining from this? Like, I don't understand his logic whatsoever. My name is Phoenix Wright, Ace Baker! According to the evidence... Hold it! Oh, there's a switch that I missed that explain things. Well, these are magical. Yeah, that's true. But I always wondered, like, are these worlds part of the castle, or are these just, like, transporting you to different areas of the Mushroom Kingdom? Or, like, are they just, like, their own pocket dimensions? Like, I know there's probably dozens of theories that people have come up with over the years relating to Mario 64's physical locations. Like, I've seen that video of, like, the alternate dimensions and stuff, but, like, I think that's more of, like, a game mechanic and, like, a way that the game was designed rather than something that you could consider, like, to be, like, a canon thing. Yeah, like, this is, like, an entire rabbit hole of, like, Mario 64 stuff. Like, I believe the YouTube channel SMG4, I believe is the name, does, like, a lot of machinima, like, animated content, meme stuff with Mario 64. There's, like, so many Mario 64 ARGs out there now. Like, every copy of Mario 64 is personalized. It's really cool to see, like, how creative people can be with a game that came out, like, 27 years ago. Because after all, a community keeps a game alive long after the development team, or not development team, but long after the company forgets about it. Because I think, like, there's just so many games that just, like, were forgotten, and then the communities kept them alive. Like, again, Skies of Arcadia is a big one for me. Like, Sega completely forgot about it, and I'm just glad that they're willing to at least give the license out to people like First 4 Figures to make merchandise for it, even if it is very expensive merchandise. But just this year, like a couple weeks ago, First 4 Figures released a Fina figure from Skies of Arcadia, which was a welcome surprise. I mean, it was part of a collection of stuff that they did, so they probably did like a multi-year license. But there's a Fina, a Vice, and an Ica figure, and I would love to have them, but at the same time, it's just too expensive. Because First 4 Figures, like, usually even the basic figures are like $300 plus. Like, that was how much my Overwing was a little bit above that. It was like $450. But I mean, it's worth it, because, like, I love my R-Wing, and that's probably one of the pride of my collection next to my Portal gun. It's life-sized. I forgot that he can teleport at this level. Aim that way. Let's see if I can make lightning strike twice. Nope, that was way off. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, I think this is a good stopping point, though, for Mario 64 anyway. What? How did that even happen? I grabbed him as he was running at me. What the? What kind of, like, frame-perfect bullshit was that? Crazy Wolf is corrupting me. I'm starting to say his catchphrases. Which, by the way, I did a VR Chat Expeditions video with him last night, so expect to see that sometime soon on our community channel, the Split Screeners. Which is also where the VODs and the video, the edited versions of the interviews will be located. They will not be on my VOD channel, they will be on the Split Screeners community channel.
Here we go!
Ooh. You know what? I just, it's hard for me to put it down, so I'm gonna go back upstairs and I'm gonna try to see if I can get on the roof. Yeah, like that, I have no idea. Thank you for the clip. Like, I have no idea how that even happened. Like, that was incredible. Yeah, so this, there's one exploit that I can do here. Because I think I can, I don't know that I can go all the way up yet, but like, I think if you do, like, if you do a triple jump here, you can grab onto, like, the wall here or something. Which is like a speedrunning tactic I've seen used. Yeah, right here. So it just, like, takes you up to the upper area faster, I guess. And I think you can BLJ through here, but like I said, I can't do the backwards long jump. I've tried it numerous times, and I just can't do it. Because, like, it's something about building momentum, and I've just never been good at it. Nope, I saw it for a second. Yeah. It's like I can get it for a little bit and then it just stops. But it feels good to be able to, like, almost get it right. But yeah, I'm gonna go back outside, I'm gonna see if I can get on the roof, and then if I can't do that, well, I will switch to Kingdom Hearts after a quick intermission where I do some self-care. Yeah, because it was like, if I remember right, it was jumping up on the hill here, and then sliding down the hill, and then jumping on something. So it was like, yeah, it was like jumping up there, because it'll slide you down, something like that. But I don't remember off the top of my head, it's just something I wanted to try. I think you can also, like, wall kick up here, too. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do that. Okay, so I will take a quick intermission while I switch games. I'm going to do some self-care for a minute, and then we will be starting some Kingdom Hearts for a little bit. So, stay tuned, chat. Eno will be right back.